What's up, Reapers? My name's Seth, and today we're going to be talking about the Trove What is this? Great Trovian Bake-off event. Or is the event actually called Ready, Set, Bake? I don't know what this has to do with baking, because for some reason you end up getting this cap mount out of it. Is he made of bread? Like, I don't know. Let's check the description. Meowmalade. This sweet and excitable feline smells like freshly baked scones topped with clotted cream and a drizzle of honey. What? Seriously, can I, like, destroy this thing? I deserve death. Please kill me. No, later. So anyways, without further ado, folks, let's get into it. This event is going to end up being pretty easy. You'll probably end up already going through it and not necessarily needing this tutorial video, but just in case you don't really know and want to log in, because the patch didn't seem to mention anything about this, but maybe I just ended up missing the spot that ended up saying it. But in either case, I would appreciate if you would like the video. Makes it show up in searches and stuff as far as I know. And then without further ado, let's get to it. So defeat dungeon bosses in Candoria. You gotta defeat 25 dungeon bosses. Let's actually hop on to the hub so I can just show you the Trovian Atlas rather than showing you club portals and stuff like that. I mean, it's gonna end up being pretty standard no matter where you end up doing this, but I think it's pretty if we end up actually using the Atlas so you can see. We gotta go to U2. That's where you're going to end up getting the stupid creatures from, because it's all Candoria, so you just gotta defeat all the dungeons and stuff like that, and you're going to end up getting yourselves 15 dragon coins. That's actually not too bad of a reward just for completing 25 dungeons. And up next, you gotta collect 5 cupcakes. Now, as most of us ended up doing this event, it was gathering day, so obviously it was a lot easier, but you're just gonna be pretty much exploring the same candy land, and eventually you're going to end up seeing these little cupcakes, right? You just walk over them, attack them, what have you. If you go into the gardening profession, you can end up just planting them as well, but of course that's going to probably end up taking longer rather than just finding a bunch of them out in the world. It's pretty easy, pretty standard, and you're going to actually end up getting 20 Bound Brilliance from that, so that's not too bad at all. Like, that's a pretty good reward, isn't it? And then up next, fish up a mint Cupcakes. Cupcakes? I don't understand, but either way, you end up fishing that fish out of chocolate, which does mean that you gotta get a little bit of requirements done, I'm pretty sure, because don't you end up needing like a candy themed fishing line in order to actually do something like that? Do you craft that thing? Fishing? Yeah, I think you gotta get this candy fishing pole before you can end up actually fishing in chocolate, right? And then, of course, when you end up having this thing fully crafted, then you can just swap the skin over to whatever you want, and then you can just keep fishing in it. I think, maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe they just got rid of the requirements, but I'm pretty sure there used to be one. But anyways, just fish and chocolate until you end up getting, it's a very common item, and you'll end up getting 1 Titan Soul out of that. Like, that's not even worth it, especially compared to this next part of the quest where you have to mine 50 Infinium. Now, whenever the quest ends up specifically stating that you have to mine it, it means that you aren't going to be able to buy it out of the player market. The collecting cupcakes, you most likely can just end up buying 5 of them, but honestly speaking, it's so easy, you don't even need to waste your flux on it. But mining 50 Infinium should be as simple as finding a couple patches of it and then just bombing it. You should be able to get that in the Candoria as well, otherwise Fae can end up being a pretty decent biome for finding Infinium, and you're going to end up getting 25 Diamond Dragonite out of that one. Speaking of a better reward than just 1 Titan Soul, like, yikes, dude. And then you have to defeat bees in Medieval Highlands. These are just going to end up being the standard normal enemies that you end up finding in the Medieval Highlands, on top of the mushrooms and all the other crazy creatures. So this is just going to end up being in the novice adventure world. Of course, you can end up going into higher Uber worlds if you want, but then you gotta wait to actually try and find the biome. It's very, very easy. You just hop into the world and just go and kill a couple bees. Not a problem, especially in the novice world. You can find the honeycomb dungeon. You can't find that in higher Uber portals, right? Because it's just kind of like a novice dungeon, and because of it, that thing has like a lot of bees in it, so try and look for that one. And then you'll end up getting 1 Lunar Soul, which that at least is okay, because 1 Lunar Soul always ends up helping with something, right? And then you got a mine Crystallized Cloud, 100 Crystallized Cloud, I should say. This you're going to have to go to Skylands for. I think you could still, I'm pretty sure you could still end up just finding it in Cursed Skylands as well. But honestly, I would recommend you go to Radiant Ruins World that they're calling it now. I just call it Skyland. Just because generally speaking, it's going to end up being a lot easier to end up finding the resource. And it's a very easy resource to end up mining, or finding, I should say. Mining it is actually, it's a very tough ore. But the items that you can end up actually getting out of that ore is the Nimble Nimbus mount as well, very rarely. So maybe somebody ended up actually getting it just out of doing this event, right? But then you're going to end up getting 3 gem booster boxes. Not really going to end up giving you that much. Maybe you'll get a Binding Darkness or something. I don't know. And then you have to defeat an Elder Flame Drake. So Flame Drakes are going to end up being 3-star bosses from the Dragonfire Peaks. So I'll insert some footage of what one of the bosses actually looks like. I've heard from some people that you can actually just kill a normal Flame Drake boss and it'll still count as an Elder Flame Drake. But it's pretty easy to do. You just gotta find the 3-star dungeon that's going to actually spawn one of them. And then you'll see in the quest marker in the top right, it'll say Elder Flame Drake anyways, right? And you'll end up getting 1 Despoiled Divinity from that. So that's 1 step closer to getting your next divinity costume, the divinity dragon, what have you, right? And then you're going to have to defeat the Molten Lord, which is going to end up being another boss that you can end up actually finding in 3 stars. I think you can find that, yeah, you can find that in just normal dungeons as well. It doesn't have to be a 3-star, where the Elder Drake usually is like, it's the 3-star boss itself, right? But the Molten Lord is just going to end up being a standard enemy, and I'll try and insert some footage if I have it. I'm pretty sure I got it, of what that enemy actually looks like. Very standard, very quick and easy. And then you're going to end up getting a Builder's Superior Focus from that. So that's a pretty good reward, honestly speaking. And then last but not least is going to probably be one of the easiest parts, where for some weird reason you have to collect Fairy Dust, which all you got to do for that is just hop into a Fey world. So that's just going to be U1 right here. And just killing enemies, defeating dungeons, you know, and then dungeon chests themselves, you're going to end up actually getting Fey Dust out of that. It's very easy. Like, you just gotta do like 1 or 2 dungeons or something, and then you're going to end up getting this mount. So it's not like it's a problem that this mount is in the game, even though it's absolutely disgusting. I think it's my least favorite out of the cats. I'll say that much. Like, it looks like his eyes are made of sushi, and it looks like it doesn't know what it wants to be, right? But that's just my 2 cents towards it. The fact that it gives mastery obviously means that it's perfectly fine, right? So what is this thing going to be called? Meowmalade, that's right. Oh, Marmalade, I get it. Ha ha ha. But it's going to end up giving you 50 mastery. So obviously you want to end up completing this quest, right? And then otherwise, no idea when the event ends up actually ending, because we haven't gotten a blog post. Usually we end up getting blog posts about this stuff, or just any type of information about the event itself. It doesn't seem to say anywhere at all how long the event ends up lasting. So I don't know. I would assume at least a week, if not 2 weeks, the event is going to end up sticking around. And otherwise, it's going to end up being very easy to end up getting through that. So thanks for watching, though, folks. Very much appreciate it. Hopefully, you ended up finding this video helpful, even though it's probably like one of the easiest events out there, dude. Like, seriously, this one is like no problem. Everyone's going to be able to do it, dude. But either way, free mount, and it's got, you know, the bee hovering over its head and kind of the stink lines coming out of it to reflect how disgusting it is. No, not really. It's just a cute little cat. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, favorite, and subscribe for more daily content. I would appreciate it. And if you want to support me, you can always sponsor my YouTube channel. It's going to end up being kind of a monthly subscription thing, where you're going to end up getting a couple perks, which are explained as you end up becoming a sponsor. And then also you can check out my merch store, which is in the links in the description, where you can buy this shirt. And we also have a couple other shirts as well. I've ordered mine. I'm waiting for them to arrive so I can end up showing them to you guys in a video. But otherwise, that's one of them. That's the other one. And then there's I don't know why I did this and then this, because my face cam is pretty much stuck in the corner because of the way that I have my recording set up. Yeah. But anyways, then there's also going to end up being Gawkbox, which is a way you can end up donating to me for free through sponsored donations. And you can end up doing, I don't know, like you can send me like tickets during streams or something like that. It ends up shouting you out for it. I'm not entirely sure. I don't really have it embedded in my streams, but you don't care about that. I'm just rambling now. Thanks for watching. Very much appreciated, everybody. Sayonara, and stay epic as always. Why didn't you destroy me? If you don't, I will destroy everything that you've ever loved. Okay, I'll destroy you then. Is the video 10 minutes yet? Good.